Hey guys, this is AFS Alarm 777 of the Gaming Revolution Dudes bringing to you a new Let's Play. Now there might be a couple questions immediately. What's going to happen to Okami? That's what the game is called. Well, don't worry, it's not a failed Let's Play. I'm going to keep going with it. But I'll tell you more on that later. So this Let's Play is inspired by a lot of things. Well, really two. The first thing is, Pokemon is my favorite game series of all time. So, of course, I gotta start from the first generation and keep going. So, here we are, first generation. Also, I've really been inspired lately by Chugga Conroy. I've been watching through a lot of his Let's Plays, especially the Pokemon ones, and I've just really been inspired to do this. You want proof that I've been inspired by Chugga? Well, once this will actually go back to the title screen. There we go. Well, here's your proof. I did a practice run. And, yeah, there you go. That should be enough proof. Alright. So, getting started. We have the controls here. I don't need no dang controls. And it's giving us a little backstory, but really the backstory is we're going to have a Pokemon, and we're going to beat the Elite Four. Yeah! Alright, so this is Oak. He's a Pokemon professor. So here we have a Nidoran female. Oh wait, you're not supposed to know that yet. It's a Pokemon. So here, we have to decide if we are a boy or a girl. Now, I usually choose the girl just because they look cooler than the guy, because the guy is always just some guy with a hat. But let's go with my actual gender here. And I have a name, of course, so what is it? Where's select on this? Okay, Y is select. I'm playing on the GameCube, if you couldn't tell, from the border. And apparently I forget completely how to spell when I'm talking. Alarm. That is my name. This is Oak's grandson. Now usually people will go with Red or Gary. I don't know why it says Ash. Or they'll name him some obscene name of words I don't really want to repeat on this channel. So, I'm going to go with my rival. Idiot. And no, I'm just not naming him that to be a jerk. That is my partner's name on Gaming Revolution Dudes. So now, our Pokemon legend is about to unfold, and we get turned into a sprite. Hooray! So first thing you're going to want to do is come over to this little PC here, go to your item storage. You want to withdraw this potion. This may save your life in a battle coming up. But we don't have a Pokemon yet. We're already going to get into a battle? Yes. So we're just going to ignore our mom, because we don't care about our mom. So if we try to go up here, Oak is going to say, hey, wait, don't go out. But there's pretty grass. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in the tall grass. And we need some protection. So what's protection in this world? Why, Pokemon, of course! Come on. Don't just watch him walk away. Oh, hey, it's Idiot. So Idiot's wanting a Pokemon here. And Oak is gonna be like, sorry, but Alarm gets the first choice. Which is awesome because we got 3 really good Pokemon here. Now, unlike Chugga, I'm not going to be putting bios up on screen. However, I will give them a little bio of my own. So, here we go. We have Bulbasaur here. Bulbasaur is probably, like he says, it's very easy to raise. It's going to be great for the first 2 gyms. I'll explain what those are later if you don't know. So it's alright, I guess. It's going to specialize in special attack and special defense, and all the other stats are alright, I guess. And I don't really like Bulbasaur all that much. Here we have the fan favorite. Never mind, I'm going in the wrong order. This is Squirtle. It is a water type. Bulbasaur is a grass poison type. This is the water type, Squirtle. It's really defensive. It's going to specialize in physical defense and I believe special defense as well. Maybe HP, I can't really remember. So, the last one is the fan favorite, Charmander. It takes a while to raise him up, but eventually he'll become a monster of a Pokemon. And I'm not actually really sure which one I want to play. Now, see, when I go through Pokemon, I don't really plan out my team all that much. I more or less just kind of roll with whatever I find and whatever's cool. So I have a coin. Heads is going to be Squirtle, and Tails is going to be Charmander. So let me flip the coin real quick. And we have heads. So I'm going with Squirtle. I forgot to mention Charmander's going to be the attack-oriented one. Alright. We got Squirtle. No, I don't really feel like giving Squirtle a name. Alright, he's going to take Bulbasaur. This game works on kind of a rock, paper, scissors, whatever you want to call it. Basically, grass beats water, water beats fire, and fire beats grass. Your rival is always going to take the Pokemon that you are not good against, because he's a jerk like that. And of course, he's going to want to fight you. This is the fight I was talking about. This is based a little more on luck than it is skill. You can affect it a little bit by just spamming your damaging attack. So, you have two attacks. Bulbasaur is going to have Tackle and Growl, I think. And I believe Squirtle is going to have, Tackle and Tail Whip. And Charmander should have Scratch and Tail Whip. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. So all you want to do is spam your damage attack. As you can see, I'm doing a bit more damage. However, Bulbasaur's moving first. Oh, we actually have a speed tie. Whenever your speed is the same as the enemy, then it's a speed tie. And I'll explain a critical hit here in a second. So, it randomly decides who goes first. Now, a critical hit is going to ignore all status ailments, such as lowered attack, heightened defense, anything like that. It's going to ignore it, double the damage you would usually do, and really just help you win the fight. And it can also work for them. They can critical you, so you gotta be careful of that. So anyway, it's a pretty easy fight, but it is determined on luck sometimes, which is why I recommend you grab that potion. A potion is going to revive 20 HP on your Pokemon. So, that's what you gotta do in a Pokemon battle. You just defeat the other team's Pokemon. So we're going to head up this way. That is not the button now. Oh, both of those are select. Alright. Yep, our Pokemon gets fully healed. And as you'll notice, Squirtle raised up a level. Every time a Pokemon levels up, it gets stronger and it may learn new moves. So here on Route 1, we have our first instance of wild Pokemon. We have Rattata, which is a normal type with very good speed and physical attack. We don't really have anything to catch them with yet, so we just want to fight it. Okay, yeah, your attacks can miss, which is a downside to certain attacks. Some attacks have 100% accuracy, so you don't have to worry about it. However, Tackle does not. So, one thing about Rattata, it's a normal type, which means it gets same type attack bonus. When it would use Tackle, which is a normal type move, you get a bonus for using an attack that's the same type as your Pokemon. We don't have one yet since Squirtle's a water type. From this guy we get a potion. And I'm going to take a quick drink real quick. Ah, delicious. Now you might already notice that this is getting a little tedious. It ought to get better later in the game because we'll have stronger Pokemon. We'll be able to use an item called Repel, which will keep wild Pokemon away. And since we're battling this, I'll go ahead and explain the other Pokemon you can find on this route is a Pidgey. Pidgeys are alright. They're not the best Pokemon in the world, but they're definitely good enough. So right there we learned Bubble. It's a really weak water type attack. However, like I was explaining, you get same type attack bonus, so it's pretty worthwhile having for just a little bit. So let's head into the PC, which is the Pokemon Center. At Pokemon Centers, you can heal your Pokemon to 100% health, and it will refund all their moves, because you can't use any move whenever you want. Certain moves only have a certain amount of uses. For example, there's a strong attack later called Fire Blast, which will only have 5 uses. So we head into the mart here, the Pokemart, and we get Oak's Parcel. So, what are we going to do? Well, let's take it back to Oak, shall we? I hope you don't mind the reflection. Still haven't bothered really getting a capture card. I don't feel it's all that necessary, especially if I don't really have the money for it. So, right here we can just hop down these ledges and we'll be right back to Pallet Town, our home. We just head right back in and deliver Oak's parcel. Hello, Oak. Take this! So right here, we're going to give him this, and he's going to say it's a custom Pokeball. Some people theorize what Pokeball that is, but I just think it's a Pokeball that's, well, customized to his liking. No real definite answer what Pokeball that is. So right here, he's giving us a Pokedex, which is a high-tech encyclopedia, as he calls it. Whenever we fight a Pokemon or catch a Pokemon, it will give us details on that Pokemon. He encourages us to catch every single Pokemon. I'm not going to be doing that. That's a little stressful. And you notice that I'm playing Pokemon Leaf Green. This is one of the 5 games in, well, I guess 6. Yeah, 6 games of first generation. There's Red, Blue, and the Japanese version Green. Then there's Pokemon Yellow. Then there's Fire Red, which is a remake, and Leaf Green, which is also a remake. I'm playing Leaf Green because there's a couple exclusive Pokemon I would like to catch. Or rather, really just one that I can think of. Here's Pidgey. It's that flying type I was talking about. Like I said, Pidgey's alright. If you want him, feel free to get him, because later in the game he gets really useful. But right now he's just kind of weak. He will get you through a dungeon that's coming up pretty soon. When I say dungeon, I'm just talking about a rather long area with no rest stops. So we just spam Bubble and Pidgey is down. Now, I'll just let you guys know, whenever I say we killed a Pokemon, they don't die, they faint, but I'm still going to say we killed it. Ugh. Okay. I would say I'll cut these out, but I'm rather busy with school, so I can't promise that I'm going to be doing a whole lot of editing, if not any, on these videos. So I'm just going to rely on repels later in the game. This game is going to be rather long. I will warn you, because I plan on fighting most all trainers. There may be some times where I skip trainers and then just go back and fight them off screen. But there might be a problem there that an important move might be learned while off screen, or Pokemon can unlock hidden power within themselves and evolve. Go ahead and heal up here. So about Okami. I really do like Okami. And it is going to stay a Let's Play, and I'm going to keep doing it. However, I'm changing that into a side project, just like Mario Sunshine Versus is a side project. Real quick, I want to say that you can buy 10 Pokeballs here, and he will give you... Maybe that's in later games, because I just bought 10, he did not give me anything. He's supposed to give you a Premier Ball. I could have sworn that was in this game. And over here there's another item. So like I said, Okami's going to be a side project. I will be updating it. The reason I chose to start Pokemon is because I feel like I'm not a very good commentator yet. I'm just really not. So Pokemon will be able to help me out, because it's an RPG, which takes a really long time and requires a lot of commentating. So I feel that it will help me work on my commentating skills, as well as it's going to give me something to talk about, Pokemon being my favorite series and everything. So I'm going to have plenty to talk about, because I know just about everything about all these games. So anyway, we're on this route that I really didn't get the name of. Like I said, I know most all these. There's quite a few Pokemon here. There's Rattata, which you've seen already, and I'm not really interested in going after. If I don't find a new Pokemon, I'm just going to start explaining them. Alright, there's Mankey. Mankey is a fighting type. It's the first fighting type you can encounter in your main adventure. And when he evolves, he becomes the fastest fighting type Pokemon in the game. Obviously, he's going to specialize in physical attack and speed. I'm not really planning on catching these, but since I was explaining him, I'm going to go ahead and kill it. And I'm going to go for another drink, because I'm really thirsty for no reason that I can think of anyway. Alright, we get level 8. And nothing special happens, we just get a couple stats. Alright, just another Rattata, so I'm going to start going over more Pokemon here. There is Spearow. Spearow is a flying type. It's a rather fast and powerful flying type. I can't really seem to find one. I'm not really interested in it anyway. But there is Pokemon I think is on this route. I could swear that I found one and caught one before. But I'm not 100% sure. Well, if I find a Spearow before it, I'll give up and go to the next route. Gosh, what's with all the Mankeys? Excuse me. Just show me the Pokemon I want. I want it really bad. Okay, forget it. I'm not even going to look for a Spearow. I'm just wasting your time at this point. So there's something kind of tough if I keep going up that way. We're going to fight our rival again if we come right up here. And I'm just going to have all the problems with my commentary today. So going up here,
this guy is going to explain to us how to catch a Pokemon. While he's doing that, I'm going to explain the Pokemon on the next route, because it's a rather short route. Route, I really don't care. I'm going to call it whatever I want. So right here, could you hurry up please? We have a Weedle, which I believe you can find on the next route. It's a bug poison type. It's not really good in stats. It's actually kind of mediocre as a Pokemon. But hey, it evolves into Beedrill at a pretty low level, and it's not a horrible Pokemon for early in the game, especially if you fully evolve it at level 10, I believe. And then you also have Caterpie. Caterpie will evolve into Metapod and then Butterfree, which if you get one of them, Butterfree will learn status ailments, and he will learn psychic moves, which are pretty good. Here in Viridian Forest, we get all those bug-type Pokemon in Caterpie and the bug poison Weedle, plus their evolved forms. I believe we can also find Pidgeys, and we can find a rather rare Pokemon that can be worth it. We find Pikachu here. Everyone should know what Pikachu is, even if you're not really a fan of the series. So here we have a Weedle. I'm going to go ahead and kill it because it's the first one we've seen. So Pikachu is, I believe, a 1% chance to find out of all the Pokemon here. So it's rather rare, but you're not going to be finding any more electric types for a really long time. So it can be worth it. So I'm just going to grab that item, then I'm going to start going along the correct way, which is this direction. Oh, you are not a trainer. So I've noticed that in dungeons, the encounter rate seems to be very, very high. I'm just going to go ahead and ignore this Caterpie. Yeah, it seems like in dungeons you find more Pokemon than you would just out on a route walking through grass. I don't know if that's an actual thing or if I'm just imagining things. Either way, we get our first trainer battle other than our rival battle. So we want to go ahead and throw out our Squirtle and spam our bubble and murder his face. Bubbles! It's the ultimate method of attack. And he's going to use String Shot, which will lower our speed. So one thing about Weedle, it's Poison Sting. Poison Sting isn't really... It's not a powerful move, but it can poison you. And poison in this game hurts you outside of battle. Every step you take will hurt your Pokemon just a little bit more. Well, not every step. It's every few steps your Pokemon will take some damage. So here we have a Caterpie, which we won't have to worry about getting poisoned with. He's just going to keep lowering our speed because that's important, I guess. So, one thing I'd like to say, if you're planning on raising a Butterfree or a Beedrill, catch them in their Caterpie or Weedle stage. If you catch them in Kakuna or Metapod, then you're going to have a hard time raising them because all they will know is Harden. Harden is a move that will raise your defense. However, you're not going to be hurting the opponent, so you're going to have to switch your Pokemon. Which isn't a bad strategy, especially if you're just planning on raising it up real quick. So that's it for Rick. And I think that'll do it for this episode. We beat our first trainer, we got into Viridian Forest, and we're honestly, since this is so short, we're almost done. So I will see you guys
In the next episode, goodbye.